Hey everybody, this is Sarah Harnish. I'm a Young Living Diamond and the author of the Game Plan book and also the Essential Game Plan book, which is Ignite Your Business in 2 hours. And we're right in the middle of a 15-day boot camp, literally smack dab in the middle. Like when we finish tonight, we are halfway, which is super, super hard to believe that we're so close. But maybe you haven't done any of the boot camp yet, and maybe you just popped on for Roundtable and you're like, what's she doing? I didn't know she was doing a boot camp. I just sent out a newsletter this morning for all of our really, really amazing, awesome newsletter friends. So maybe this is the first time that you popped on and you're like, okay, I had no idea that she was doing this. It's totally okay. Let me just backtrack just a smidge and tell you exactly what Ignite is. And then I have something pretty cool to tell you that I'm really excited about, which is why I'm about 20 minutes late because we were working on it with our web team. So many of you guys came to me and said, hey, Game Plan is awesome. I love it. I will use it the rest of my life with my business. When I have a serious committed business builder, they're going to get that book because it is like, the encyclopedia of young living. It gives everything in one place. And I love it and I'm devoted to it. However, when I have a new builder that's just starting 350-page book and a 120-page workbook and 12 bootcamp videos is a little overwhelming, right? So I need something, if you could just generate something for me that's a little smaller, all right, that maybe isn't quite as big as Game Plan is, but that still whets their appetite, gives them the tools they need to be able to jump off and start teaching right away. So I sat down and wrote this book for a dairy farmer who's on my team. She's working 50 to 60 hours a week, wants to build a business, believes in natural health, completely overloaded with her job, and said, listen, if you could train me fast, I would train. Like if you could do it quick with me, I would totally do it. I just need to know what I need to do and then I'll get out there and do it. She said, I am a 5th generation dairy farmer and 50 farms around me have been shut down just this year alone. And my farm is coming. Like there won't be a 6th generation. I know this is the end of the line for our family on farming. We're not making enough to be able to survive. So I need a plan B, and Young Living is my plan B. That's my other plan. So I want to do this, but can you just tell me how to do it in the shortest amount of time possible? Because I literally have to teach classes like in between milking cows. All right. So that's kind of the place she was talking to me from. So I went home, I went to bed. I could not get her words out of my head. They were just stuck there deep in my head. And I'm thinking, this is a woman that believes in natural health, that already has that platform, already is surrounded by friends that have similar thinking, could build her business relatively quickly just because of the friendships that she's forged in the last 20 years of her life. And she just needs to know how to do it. All right. And so that's how Ignite was birthed. I got knocked on the head a couple of times before that from some of my precious diamond friends. And finally, the third knock, I answered the call and sat down and penned Ignite. So I wasn't even looking at Game Plan when I wrote this book. I just wanted to give you the tiniest, simplest, littlest pieces of Game Plan without it being overwhelming. So if you're just joining for the first time because you were on the newsletter and you popped on, you are usually here for a roundtable and you're not really sure what you're watching, I'm just going to show you what the inside of this book looks like so you understand what it is. Chapter 1 is Script Kit Human. We jump right in. There's no why chapter like with Game Plan. That's all the way at the end because I want your leaders to teach right out of the gate. Chapter 2 is what my first class looked like. Chapter 3 is how do I find people. Chapter 4 is don't shy away from the close. Chapter 5 is the nuts and bolts of essential rewards. Chapter 6 is must have tips for class day. Chapter 7, which is what we're going to cover tonight, is what if they don't listen to me? Like, what if I go out and I give them the sample and there's no response? Chapter 8 is some strategy training. We're going to do that tomorrow. Somebody wants to sign up. Now what do I do? Chapter 9, say what? There's more than one way to share. Chapter 10 is don't give up. Chapter 11 is how am I paid? Chapter 12 is the 2 most important buttons in the virtual office. 13 is a few simple tools to get you started. 14 is one of the most comprehensive chapters I've ever written on excuses because I don't want your leaders from the very beginning going out and getting aromatherapy certifications. Like I want them focused. Chapter 15 is a tribute to Gary Young because most of our leaders have never even met Gary. They don't even know who he is. I think about my team of 10,000. Only 60 of my leaders have ever been to convention and heard him speak, right? So I do a little Gary training in this book. And then 16 is Find Your Why plus the Game Plan Challenge. So this is an itty bitty little book. It's not as small as Fearless because we're condensing, 400 pages of game plan book and workbook into basically 60 pages of this. But I want you to see, this is the size of my hand. So this is not a big huge thing to chew off. Very, very, very doable. Matter of fact, we ran it through three different test groups, and the average read time on this book was 42 minutes. So it's not a heavy lift. A third of the book in the back of it is just 2 scripts. It's the 101 script, and for the very first time, I released the 102 script, which is the Thieves script. And when Unstuck comes out this fall, I'm going to release the Savvy script and the Ningxia script as well. So really, really excited, because then you guys have a script for every single one of the 4 starter kits, right? We got it all in Unstuck and Ignite for you. So if people come to them and they say, hey, I'm not really into the whole oils thing, I know that's totally your jam, but I'm not, then you start with Thieves, all right, instead. Please hop on, go get your book on Amazon. It's $7. It's not going to break the bank. Get it and then pop on with me, and let's do the Ignite training together, because the second half of this book I think is even more powerful than the first half. So don't beat yourself up if you didn't start the Ignite training at the very, very beginning, all right? Don't beat yourself up for that. You can jump in right now, because I have a little surprise for you. So this is what I was working on this afternoon, is collecting the Ignite videos and putting the Bootcamp videos right on our Ignite page. So you'll be able to click on day 1, day 2, day 3. She's right in the middle of getting them all up, our webmaster, but it'll have an explanation for what each of the videos are. And if you click on it, you'll be able to see the oil of the day. You'll be able to see the video. Yeah, see, it's not totally live yet, but almost. By tonight, it should be done. This is on the oilabilityteam.com website. We have an Ignite button that you can click on. And the whole premise of Ignite is to train a leader in 2 hours flat and then have them launch their business that night. So they grab a script and they start teaching. How many of you guys out there have noticed that this is a low month for you? That you normally have a certain amount of signups and you're getting a little frustrated because the amount of people that are signing up, it's not your norm, right? Or more people are dropping off than are signing up, or maybe you're close to losing a rank, or you have lost a rank. Maybe you hit silver and you've been executive for a year and you haven't gotten it back. Well, the secret to solving that problem is getting your team to teach, getting them out there and getting them sharing oils. This book answers that. All right, it trains them in a very tight, small space, gives them 2 scripts and says, listen, tonight, go teach a class to your mom. Go teach a class to your best friend. Whoever will listen to you, get this script in front of them tonight, okay? And teach your first class tonight, or maybe your first class in 6 months tonight, okay? Yeah, exactly. It's okay. This is the book for that, right? This is why I wrote this book. I want to train them fast and get them out there sharing oils as that night, like not in a week, not in a month. I want them sharing that night. They get the book in their hand, they read it that afternoon, and they literally start teaching that night, all right? I was trying to share class 5 and 6 for the drawing, but no share button was there. I was so sad. I'll go back and take a look at that for you, Sharon, because I want you to be able to enter in the drawing, right? So this is the Ignite page. It's just oilabilityteam.com/ignite. And if you click on it right now, we've got a link to the Amazon copy. It's only on Amazon right now, but I will be launching it on my website very, very soon. You have the Bootcamp videos. We're doing day 7 right now, so those are going to go live tonight. There's a little video that just kind of explains what Ignite is, and then there's sample pages. So maybe you're not sold on this book and you want to take a closer look at it. You can click through the table of contents in the first few pages of this book. So everybody should be getting on this bandwagon and doing Ignite, because this is going to answer the problem of not having enough signups on your team. Okay, we want to get them fired up again. We want to ignite your teams, and that only happens when people are sharing, right? Only happen. Bonnie says, I've been a star almost a year, and this was my first big class. That's awesome. That's awesome. Sarah Duvall, I love you too. One of the other leaders on here just mentioned a contest that I am running right now. I'd love you guys to get your leaders involved in the Ignite training. And so what I want you to do is share this video. Share the video from last night. Share the video from Friday. Mondays and Fridays videos are very, very, very powerful. Thursday's video, last week I did a training on Unstuck, which I just finished writing last week. So that's a very, very, very powerful video. And so if you share any of those videos, I'm looking underneath the people who are sharing, and I'm going to be giving away a $500 game plan mega pack. So it's going to have signed books in it, game plan books, workbooks, the sold out game planner, Ignite books in it, the brand new 101 DVD that I just shot for your leaders that are timid with a new premium starter kit in it. I'm putting a huge $500 bundle together. This is not the only bundle I'm giving away. So the first one I'm going to give away tomorrow night. Then I'm going to give away another one on Friday. And we're going to give away a couple next week as well. But I do it when you tag your leaders in these videos or when you share the video, because we want to get these videos out there. Okay. So tomorrow night I'm going to pick the first winner. And then Friday I'm going to pick another winner. So make sure you pop on. These videos are not terribly long. And I so appreciate you sharing them. Amy says, I'm using Fearless. Yes, along with the GoPro steps. Your scripts are very helpful. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually designed Fearless and the Fearless calendar and the CDs and purple bags because of GoPro, because we did not have any tools in Young Living. And I've been through GoPro. I love the GoPro training. I think it's fantastic training, but we need Young Living specific tools. So that's why we have textable classes. That's why there's the 101 CD, which is updated for the new starter kit. That's why Fearless exists. Fearless is the very first book that I give people. Very first book. It's why our ER percentages are so high. For a diamond, it's pretty rare to have percentages in the 40s, and we're in the mid 40s on our team. But that's with a team of 10,000. That means 4,000 plus people on my team are on Essential Rewards ordering faithfully every single month. That is because of Fearless training that we've done with them. We give them the book, we give them the calendar, we tell them, hey, fill out the calendar, screenshot it to me when you got it done. I will gift you $25 toward your first Essential Rewards order. Put your order through, the check is in the mail, right? As soon as I see that your order's cleared, I'm going to get the check out to you, because I want to come alongside you and train you how to use that kit that you invested in. Right? I want to train you how to use that. So Fearless is fully updated for the new starter kit. The calendar is not outdated. That works great with the Fearless book. So if you want to know where to find that, you just go to oilabilityteam.com. You click on shop, and there's a button here for books. Click on books, and you scroll down and you'll see all the books in here. The Spanish books, we've got the game plan book and workbook set. This is the second edition. We've got, the ULA book is up there, and then there's Fearless right there. Okay, this is the 2019 premium starter kit. So this is the updated starter kit. If you click on that, you will be getting the new book. It's the same thing with the CDs. The CDs we have updated for the new starter kit, as well as the DVD. Okay, so you are all up to date. Ignite Bootcamp is going up on my website, so if you cannot find it, it's totally okay. Just go to my website, oilabilityteam.com, and click on Ignite, and you will be able to find all of the videos there in one place. All right, so let's jump right into Chapter 7. This is in the Essential Game Plan, Ignite Your Business in 2 hours. And I just want to show you a little bit about these chapters. So this is, let me flip this around. This one is called What If They Don't Listen to Me? And if you got the red version of this book, it just means we updated the cover. If you got the blue version, it's still the same stuff inside. Page 67 is the page that it starts on. I get to talk to you guys about fear tonight, which I'm really excited about. And then it ends on page 70. So this entire chapter is 3 pages. Okay, it's only 3 pages long. So these chapters are very, very short, because I want your leaders not to get overwhelmed. All right, I want them to jump in and just be like, hey, I can do this. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? So we're going to go a little deep into some emotional training tonight on the emotional side of the business. What if people are saying no? What if they're not listening to you, right? I'm going to give a little sneak peek. This is unreleased content from the up-and-coming Unstuck book. I have the cover of Unstuck. Would you guys like to see it? I've only shown it one time. I haven't been doing much with this because we're so heavily involved in Ignite training right now. But let me see if I've got the cover sitting here. Oh, I do. You guys want to see the cover of Unstuck? This one, we just sent it to print. It's in San Antonio, and they're printing it like crazy right now to get ready for convention. My prediction is that we will sell out at convention Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday morning, but we are going to complete, because they can't print them fast enough to get them shipped up there. So we have a limited beta release at convention, and then I will be releasing this book. I haven't decided yet, either September 1st or October 1st. We're in the process of going through all the grammar on it right now, and I'm designing a workbook to go with it as well, just like Game Plan. So Unstuck is part of a trilogy. It's Unstuck is book 1, Game Plan 1 is book 2, and Game Plan 2 is book 3. I felt like after Game Plan, I needed to take a step back and answer the question of how you get full classes. Okay, what do you do when you hand out samples and people don't get back to you? What do you do when you're doing follow up and you're not getting any response on the phone? What do you do when you ask people to come and it's no show? This is what you do. And so I spent 2 years collecting responses from diamonds from over 8,000 of you guys. This was not a little research project. This took me a very long time to do. And then I compiled it into 100 pages of mindset training, training your tongue, giving you leading sentences on how to open conversations, how to talk to your cold market. And then there's 15 different class types that I categorized and took you through all the pros and cons of each of those different types of class sites. So I'm really excited. Beta means it hasn't been fully vetted for grammar yet. So you're going to find grammar mistakes in here. You're going to find formatting and typography mistakes in here. Normally a book for me sits in grammar and typography for 7 months. This book's only been through 2 months of grammar vetting. So you're still getting all the content. I think we are going to flesh out the appendixes and put a little bit more content in the appendixes. But you got a nice book you can sell in the black market, because when I release it, it's not going to be the beta version. And I don't even have original copies of my own game plan book. Like you guys have them, but I don't have them. This is a big book, guys. This is the size of game plan. We're talking a 350 plus page book, an entire workbook to go through. We will be doing a 25-day boot camp with it. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to completely set your teams on fire. So please launch it in October. I can buy it as a birthday present. I'm leaning toward October 1st. So this is what the cover looks like. Unstuck, how to talk to humans and get them to respond to you. And then this is the back of the book. This is what you're going to see if you're going to convention. It is not at Life Science yet, because we are not going to hand a book to Life Science unless the grammar is on point. So just know this is a beta release of this book. But you can find it at Aroma Sharing. All right. So are you stuck in your home-based business? Have you tried sharing, but it's not leading anywhere? Is your life an endless chain of no-show classes? It's time to get unstuck. 3-time Amazon best-selling author and Young Living Diamond Sarah Harnish covers 15 different types of classes to give you fresh ideas to share, leading sentences to start conversations with people you do not know, training to craft your personal story. There's a whole blowout on how to tell your story effectively, how to lead with essential rewards in a compelling way that trains the lifestyle, 4 scripts, 1 for each of the 4 starter kits, tried and true mojo methods to pull yourself out of a rut. We actually use these on my own team to see what would happen and see if we could get them out of no-show classes rut. And it was amazing what these 4 methods did. Learn how to set up a business funnel to use game plan tools effectively. So how do you use, the mini? How do you use Fearless? When do you use those tools? How do you use Ignite versus using game plan? Training to get people to respond to you. So get your momentum back. Find your unique way of sharing and rinse and repeat to diamond. Get over the fear of talking to people you've never met and explode your business. So that is Unstuck. I'm super excited to say we are going to have it at convention. And it's basically game plan 0, right? It's the first book in the trilogy. We're going to get you unstuck this fall. We're going to get you unstuck, and we're going to blow up your business all over again, just like you did at the very, very beginning. Okay. And the secret to that truly is tapping into your cold market. So I spent a lot of time training on cold market and how to tap into that. So start telling your teams now. All right. Start telling them now. The book is set for a release definitely by October 1st. I will probably do the boot camp January 1st with everybody. I like to do it in a slow season when everybody's kind of clocking out. So get all your leaders on board right now so that we have a huge, huge group running through this for the very, very first Unstuck boot camp. Very excited about it. And it's probably going to take me another 2 years to get Game Plan 2 done. But I made a promise in Unstuck that I wasn't going to write another book until I hit Royal. So I'm holding myself accountable to the principles in Unstuck and staying focused, all right? So this is Chapter 7 in Ignite is actually a tease of what's coming in Unstuck. It's some of the Unstuck content that I've been working really, really, really hard on. I wanted to release a little mini game plan for you first so that you had a cheap, affordable way of training your leaders. So that's why Ignite got released first. But Unstuck is done. Like, it is done. We're just going through the grammar, and then we get to release it. So very excited. Any sharing of Unstuck for people who will not be at convention. You know what? I think for my faithful fans that have just been with me since the very, very beginning, I think I will do a couple of contests and giveaways the week of convention, from convention, just in honor of that beta convention release. And I'll pull some of them off the table and hold them back for a couple of people that aren't able to go to convention. What do you guys think? Would that be kind of fun? Yeah. All right. So I'll get to my table and steal some away. What booth am I going to be at convention? I'm going to be in Roma Sharing, and I'm in the Grand Hall. I'm speaking twice, I think once on Tuesday and twice on Wednesday at Aroma Sharing, and I will have Unstuck books to give away in the speaking hall. So if it sells out, I will have some there. So you're going to want to get to the speaking events. But I am the very first booth in the door. So if you walk in and you go to your left, you will see my booth. It's huge. All right, it's really, really big. And there's a big old gold unstuck book right on the table, as well as Ignite books too. So, and all of those books are signed, which is pretty cool. You got something special for your leaders, all right? So there's a lot of reasons why people don't respond. We're just jumping right into chapter 7 here. And it's not always because they're saying no to you. They might be legitimately busy. This is literally content right out of Unstock that I'm reading to you. They might be distracted. They might be overwhelmed. They might be amid a major life event. They may not see the value of oils yet. They may not be emotionally or physically in a place to learn something new, even though the desire for clean living is there. Just like my friend that was running the organic dairy farm, right? She wants to build the business, but the desire is there, but there's just no time, or she's emotionally depleted. There's 10,000 reasons for silence. So I wrote in the full game plan book that you've got to emotionally detach yourself from the sale of the kit, or this business is going to eat you alive. As stated in chapter 3, you can't take every no, not yet, or silence as a personal affront. And yet, even though we know it in our heads, we still live in this place of fear of rejection. And it's why we don't confidently ask people about oils. Without confidence, you're dead in the water. All right, you're totally, totally dead, because people are only going to follow what they want for themselves. They're not going to follow fear. They will not follow fear. Will the workbook be with us? The workbook is not going to be released at convention for Unstuck. That's coming for our release in the fall. All right. So it's really easy to say to emotionally detach yourself, but it's really hard to do. Very, very hard to do, because when people say no, you feel like you failed, right? You feel like you failed. Donna says, I've asked if any team members can get me that. So far, no one will volunteer. I'm really excited to see this book. They don't want to go into aroma sharing, right, with all its craziness. So how do I personally get over rejection? What is the thing that I do to pull myself out of that place of, they just said no to me, like that hurt? Or I invited my friend and she was totally ready to jump on board the oils train, and then she didn't show up for my class, and she gave me a pretty crazy excuse. I'm really frustrated, right? I can answer that question with one word. And whenever I see people that are very successful in this business, they all seem to follow the same one word. And I've interviewed a lot of diamonds and asked them how they get past the rejection, the constant rejection of network marketing, because 3 in 4 people are going to tell you no, you know? So how do you get past that and still stay on your feet and keep talking to people constantly without like having it hit you in the gut and hit you in the heart? One word: volume. All right. Volume is how you avoid those pangs of hurt in rejection. You got to be so busy sharing with the next person and building the next relationship that you don't have time to notice the no's. You got to be so busy teaching classes and handing out purple bags and doing vendor events or teaching in-person classes. You're so focused on sharing with your warm market and your cold market. I gave you guys the Ignite challenge earlier this week, and that was to go through your Facebook or your cell phone contacts, and the first person to sign 20 people from their cell phone contacts, from that initial cell phone contacts, is going to get a huge game plan bundle from me. All right, massive game plan bundle. And we got it going. Like, I think right now the count is up to 3 people signed from their cell phone. So be in it to win it. All right, accept the Ignite challenge. I'm going to keep that challenge up until somebody hits 20 people. It doesn't mean that you have to do all your teaching from your cell phone. It just means that initial conversation of touching base with them originates from your cell phone contacts list, right? Because I want you to see that you've got a silver ship in your cell phone. You might even have a gold ship in your cell phone just from people that you already know, right? So stay focused on sharing with your warm and cold market, the people that you meet, the ones who you already know. Love on new faces every single day. And you're not going to have time to tally those that aren't responding. You don't have time to wear the pain of the message that wasn't responded to, or the hurt of a friend that skipped your class with no explanation. You don't wince at the 6 people that checked yes to come to your event and it was a no-show. Those people aren't even an afterthought to you, right? That's the evil one messing with your head. He's got his boot on your face and your face on the ground. Don't give him that pleasure. All right, don't give him any part of you. Do not give him your mind. All right, don't give that to him. So you truly aren't going to have time to notice the no's, because you just rinse and repeat. Right? You just rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. Patty says, I can't do that with my cell phone. Why? You got a flip phone? You should still have contacts in a flip phone. Or do you not have a cell phone? If you don't have a cell phone, then focus on social media. All right. Look at your Facebook friends list. So focus on the next person every single minute that you are running your business. Always look forward and never look backward. Backward thinking leads to backward business growth. Your business is in front of you. It is not behind you. And your freedom is in front of you. It is not behind you. So run a no drama team. No drama starts with you. It starts with you. Because if your head is in the gutter because people aren't coming to your classes, what do you think is happening to your leaders, right? Right? 17, please, already said no. Wanda, I don't want you to text them and say, hey, will you please buy my starter kit? I want you to text them and have 5 conversations without mentioning oils at all. And then I want you to open the door and ask them what they're struggling with their health. Okay? And then I want you to offer a solution to their problem. Start from that angle instead of, hi, my name is Wanda, please buy my starter kit. They're going to say no to you if you're starting from that place. If you're starting from solving their problems, you're starting by being the solution person, you're not going to run into no. You're not going to keep hitting wall after wall after wall after wall, all right? Because you're helping them. You're coming alongside them and you're meeting a need that they have. So you got to come from that place in every single conversation that you have with people. If they don't listen to you, what do you do? What do you do if you're genuinely offering a solution to their problem? They're not responding to your texts. Guys, kick the dust off your feet and keep moving. All right, keep moving. There's an entire world outside your front door. A huge, big, beautiful, amazing world, all right? Yeah, Janice said, I have a friend last night after class that she's interested after she moves. Good, don't lose that contact, all right? Tell her, say, hey, what's going on? You know, talk to me about your health. Talk to me about your wellness plan. What are you working on right now? Do you want to borrow my diffuser while you're going through your move right now? Why don't you use some stress weight in the diffuser? It's going to help you process some of the stuff that's happening with your big to-do list with this move. I just want to come alongside you and make it easier on you, right? Fill their needs, all right? Fill their needs. So there are 4 million distributors globally in Young Living, and there are 300 million people in the United States. So if every single person in the world in Young Living lived in the United States, in a room of 300 people, only 4 people would have their starter kit. The audience is there, guys. The audience is there. Saturation is a myth. Even if you live in a small town, all right? Even if you live in a small town, just stay focused on new faces. Even if that means getting outside of your comfort zone and opening a conversation with somebody that you don't know very well. Because the more no's that you collect, the harder you're working your business. If you are limiting your business to your mom, your best friend, and your cousin, that's amateur network marketing. You've got to look for needs around you. People are everywhere. Oil them up. Oil them up. I love hanging out in the grocery store around the essential oil aisle and just see who walks by. You know, oil them up. What are you looking for? You know, why are you in this aisle? What are you trying to work on right now? I'm actually an instructor in this. I would love to teach you some stuff about oils for free. My classes are totally free, right? Totally stock that essential oils aisle at your nearest grocery store. So fear. All right, we're going to go a little deep here with fear. I've got to say something about fear because there's an innate feeling of inadequacy in just about all of us. There is a fear of rejection. What are they going to think of me? What are they going to think? Do they think that I want something from them? Will it ruin my relationship with them? If I don't know them, will they think that I'm creepy? You got to get past that stuff. Because if your head is asking those questions, you're still stuck in the land of selling. Listen closely. You got to love them more than your fear because they are worth fighting for. If you're meeting a need, there's no reason for them to say no. You're fixing a struggle that they have and you're being there for them. That is compassion. That's not sales, it's compassion. I love the sweet note that I got from one of my brand new builders. Whenever I'm writing a book, I always test it really vigorously on hundreds and sometimes thousands of people before you guys see it because I want to see if it works and if it gets to the guts of what people's questions are. So read what she wrote because maybe this is right where you are. Megan said, fear of rejection is a big issue for me. I could write a lifetime on the subject, but you nailed it. People have more than once said to me, I don't want to sell to people. I may have even thought this too. This is a quote from Megan. I'm learning though, it really isn't about selling, but sometimes I think talking too much makes me sound salesish. If I just learn to listen, I'm not really sounding salesy, I'm sounding concerned. And if I think I sound salesy, then I need to rethink what I'm doing. This is where I am in the business, undoing all I know about sales and learning to educate. There's a huge difference, a huge, huge difference. Megan is a rock star. She managed 17 department stores and has a background in sales. She knows so much more about selling than I do. But we realized together that she hit the nail on the head. It isn't about selling. My favorite line was, I'm not sounding salesy, I'm sounding concerned. Fill a need. that changes the entire game. It's not about your fear or how you're perceived. It's not even about if they say yes or no, because that truly doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It is how you mentally handle the outcome of the conversation. So if you pick yourself up off the ground after every single no, you're already focused on the next thing, and that's what leads to rank ups. I love that. Therapeutic listening. It totally is, right? All right, therapeutic listening, right? So you're already focused on the next thing, and that's what leads to rank ups. There are 100 yeses after the no's. Ultimately, if you can learn to emotionally detach yourself from the response, that's what leads to a diamond ship, right? I love that, therapeutic listening. No now is not no forever. No now is not a statement on their relationship with you. Move on to those that are already ready and willing to listen and ready for change without emotion and without pain. One of the women on here just asked me, how do I respond to the doTERRA question? What do I do if they're in doTERRA and they're active doTERRA users and I want to approach them about Young Living? I don't ever approach a doTERRA user saying, this is Young Living and this is why you need to switch. I approach a user and I just say, hey, talk to me about what your health struggles are. Talk to me about where you're at. And they say, oh man, I've got this toe fungus right now and I've been dealing with it for a while and I'm really frustrated. And I say, no way. I totally used oregano on my toe fungus and nipped that thing in the bud. Here's a before and after picture. Like, look at this. Look what happened when I was using it. So I'm not telling you not to seek medical advice. And if they've given you a cream, continue applying that. But maybe you want to include oregano as part of your routine as well. The best oregano oil I know is Young Living. That's what I used. I don't know that you're going to get the same results elsewhere. And they say, well, I've been using this other company for a while. I'm not really sure if I should order these oils or not. I say, hey, I can't promise you the same results. This is what I use. If you'd like to come sit in a 101 class, I'd be glad to train you and teach you. We're an education-driven team. I love passing along the knowledge and the wisdom that I have gotten, right? And you just meet them where they are. You love them. You offer oils. You oil their body. You meet their needs. There will come a day where they will come to you and say, what is the difference between these two companies? Like, what is going on here? And you just very gently say, listen, as a Christian woman, I believe in building my business with a company that did not start by thieving from another company. Okay? Young Living has been around for 25 years. They are rock stars. They're pioneers in the field. They are pioneers in distillation. Their distillation methods are copied all over the world. We're the only one with seed to seal. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out when 7 executives leave Young Living and form their own company, and they come out with oils that perfectly have the same ingredients list or one oil off from the oils that Gary developed 25 years ago. Where do you think that they came from, right? So as a Christian woman, I couldn't morally make that decision to buy with that company because it really, really hits me in the wrong place. I don't care how great the oils are. I don't care how wonderful they work. I have made a personal decision for me and my family morally that this is the company that I'm going to go with, the pioneer, right? The original, exactly. So, and you just be authentic. You don't bash them. You don't put them down, and you're just real and raw. I just signed an entire leg of doTERRA people within the last 2 months on my diamond team, not by beating up their company and telling them how bad they are, but just saying, hey, this is why I made the decision. It's not to bash them. I'm sure that they are doing a wonderful job and their oils are great, but I cannot start my business from a company that began in that way, right? That's my moral core. And so that's how I answer that question. And we've had really, really good results with that on my team. I'm sure that there are probably some people that stayed with the other company, but I know personally there are many, many people that didn't, right? So just speak to them from your heart. And the biggest thing is that you meet their needs. You meet their needs, all right? That's what it matters. It's not about the finicky infighting and the drama and all of that kind of stuff, all right? And Jana says, OMG, my school where I work is doTERRA and I seem to not be convincing. Just say, listen, look at Thieves lined up with their version of Thieves. Look at Panaway lined up with their version of Panaway. Do you know that these oils came out 15 years before they came out with theirs? Where do you think they came from? Do you know how long it took Gary to develop Thieves? It was a lot of work to have that taken, right? A lot of work. So I'm sorry, but I just can't. I can't, right? I can't. That's the moral line that I've drawn in the sand. And, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to offer oils to you. I'm still going to meet you in that place. We're still an education-driven team. And your choice of oils does not in any way dictate my friendship with you. It's never going to change. If you choose to be the other company your entire life, that's okay with me. I'm still going to love you, right? I'm still going to use Young Living, and I'm still going to think Young Living is an amazing, awesome company, right? The best in the world. But I'm not going to try to sway you, but I'm going to love on you, and I'm going to meet you in that space, right? And so that's how I combat that argument. I don't sit there and argue on all of the purity tests and all that other stuff. I just say, listen, this is what works for me. This is why I love them. This is why I drew a moral line in the sand, all right? So let's jump back into chapter 7 here. I got one more paragraph. Yeah, rise above and be a need meter. Bam. Carmel, you nailed it. I'm going to give you a free Ignite book because you're just awesome, right? Carmel Florazone. Go ahead and email me at oilabilitywithsarah, SARAH, @gmail.com. And I'm going to send you a signed Ignite book on me because I love that. Rise above and be a need meter. That's exactly how you build this thing, all right? And the more frequently you are meeting needs, the faster you are going to rank up. The slower you are meeting needs, the slower you're going to rank up. So the faster you get over fear, the faster you rank up. And the slower that you get over fear, the slower that you rank up, right? The wait is worth the work. Another thing that I want to plant in your head is the danger of expectation. I have a huge chapter on this in Unstuck. Maybe you're frustrated that you haven't hit silver rank yet. And everybody else you know hit silver rank in under 6 months, right? Or you see diamonds out there that hit diamond from starter kit to diamond in 10 months, right? Starter kit to diamond in a year and a half. How come you've been in Young Living for 4 years and you haven't even hit silver yet? Like, what's going on? One of my favorite stories that I tell in Unstuck is Frances Fuller, who is a beautiful Royal Crown diamond. She is one of my favorite people to follow in Young Living. Do you know it took her 14 years to hit silver? 14 years. My own diamond upline, Mary Star Carter, another beautiful diamond, also many, many years before she hit silver, right? So, man, stop beating yourself up if you're not ranking as fast as you think you should be ranking, because it doesn't matter. Freedom is still freedom, right? It's still freedom. So if you're out there and you're sharing and you're breaking those barriers down of fear and you're connecting with people and you're meeting their needs, stop comparing yourself to the people around you. It doesn't matter, because diamond is still diamond and silver is still silver, right? It's still silver, right? It's perfectly okay to dream, and even to dream larger than you've ever dreamed in your entire life. With your hustle and your consistency, those dreams will likely come true. I believe it with all of my heart, right? I'm living a diamond dream right now, and it wasn't because I sat on my tush and waited for it to come to me. It's because I got over fear and I got out there and I shared with people that I didn't know, and I stood in front of new faces every single day. I'm still standing in front of new faces every single day. As a diamond building to crown, I am still teaching 4 to 6 classes a month. I hold myself to the same standard that I'm holding you to. There is no crown diamondship for Sarah Harnish unless I get out there and I hustle my butt off, and I am teaching and building that 6th leg, right? Exactly. And you know what? It's been 2.5 years and I'm still not a crown diamond yet, right? Still not there. Even though many diamonds went from diamond to crown within the same year. I didn't go from diamond to crown in the same year. Does that mean that I will not hit crown diamond? No. It just means I got a different pace, right? And if I want the crown, I got to get out there and work for it. So if you're not working for it, then you're holding this dream in your hand that you're not pursuing. Right? It's okay to dream, but get out there and fight for the dream. And you're not fighting for the dream if you're relying on your leaders to do the teaching for you, right? So go do it, right? Go do it. Get over your fear talking to people that you don't know and go fight for this thing, right? Royal in 2 years, maybe your road is not that road. Maybe those diamonds had networks that you don't have. Maybe they had a platform or a voice that you haven't built yet, and that's okay, because that's not required to get to diamond. Having a super fast pace is not required to be a Young Living diamond, right? You may not build fast, but like I said a moment ago, freedom is still freedom. And so if it takes you 10 years to get paid like a rocket scientist, the wait is worth the work, right? The wait is worth the work. There are no student loans in network marketing and no business debt that takes you 7 years before you see a profit. You love on people, you share a script, they order, and Young Living does the hard work. Some people do it fast and some people have more of a cadence to their pace, but both roads lead to diamond. Don't put an expectation on yourself that if you haven't hit a certain rank in a certain time that you're just not good at this, because that's a lie that you're choosing to believe. I'm going to repeat that, all right? That's a lie that you're choosing to believe. Pace does not matter, just fight. Just your fight. It's the only thing that matters. Now, if you're not fighting, what are you doing? Get out there and go fight, right? Go kick tush. You got it in you to kick tush. You got to kick a lot of tush to get to diamond, right? So go do it. But don't beat yourself up because you're not ranking as fast as you think you should be ranking, or because you lost a rank that you think that you should hold and you should already be moving toward the next rank. It's okay. All right, it's okay. Yeah, Veronica says, I may not be up there, but I have had a solid check for 2 years. That's awesome. All right, that's absolutely awesome. So I love you guys. I believe in you guys. I know that with hard work, rolling up your sleeves, doing the hard things, talking to people that you may not know or that you're not comfortable with, asking health questions, doing follow-up, all of those components are part of the puzzle of building a network marketing business. And it's not going to come to you if you sit in your house for the next 24 hours and you don't share. Right? It's not going to come to you. There's 2 scripts in the back of that Ignite book that you hold in your hand. Why don't you, when this training is done, text somebody and set up a class for tomorrow? Right? Why don't you start right now? Stop waiting for it to come to you and get out there and go get it. Right? Slow and steady does win the race. It does. So don't beat yourself up on your pace, but you also have to put the work in to get the rank, right? And get over the fear. Exactly. Got to teach classes. I love you guys so much. Let me end tonight. I want you to tell me something that you learned. I always ask this, and I want to see you guys tag a leader. Right? So something you learned and tag a leader right at the end of the something that you learned. And for the tagging a leader, I'm going to give away 3 signed Ignite books tonight. So tell me something you learned, tag a leader that you think really needs to hear. Maybe something on expectations, maybe something on pace, maybe something on getting over fear. Which leader on your team do you think needs to hear that message? So go ahead and tell me something you learned, tag a leader at the end of your sentence, and I'm going to pick 2 winners for 3 signed Ignite books. All right? I need to see your leader tagging, though, for you guys to be able to enter tonight. Yeah, I love you guys, and thank you. Thank you for joining me in Ignite. Thank you for joining me in the middle Ignite. I hope that you guys come back tomorrow night. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be covering Chapter 8, which is strategy. It's a little mini strategy session for your new builders. We're going to go over that, and then we got 9 and 10 later this weekend. So, all right, meet needs. I love this. Jenny Hafner, you will make silver. Michelle Ballard, heater or hater. I hope it's heater. You are winner number 1. Very good. Let me see some tagging. I want to see some tagging in here. All right, Danielle Lambert says, we need to love people more than our fear, right? Caitlin Basil, yes. All right, Danielle Lambert, you are winner number 2. So email me at oilabilitywithsarah, SARAH, @gmail.com. Man, I love this. I might have to do this every single night. Oh my gosh, I didn't pick an oil of the night. I completely forgot about my oil of the night. So chapter 7, we're talking about fear. So what's one of my favorite fear oils? Let's see. Let me see if it's up here. I have a couple. Oh, yes. I was hoping this one was up here. All right. You ready? Oh, there's actually 2. There's actually 2. Okay. So the reason that we fear, let's look at the why, right? The reason that we fear is because of pride. Right? We're prideful. We're worried about what other people are going to think of us. And it truly, the heart issue of that is pride. So to get to the root of pride, humility. All right, humility defeats fear. Humility defeats fear. So that's one of our oils of the night. But I really think part of being in the moment and connecting with people, one of my most important fear oils is present time. I love present time. So I'm going to call 2 oils for tonight for our boot camp. Humility for getting over that pride issue of being worried about what people think of you, right? Doesn't matter. You got to love them more and meet their needs and help them on their health journey. And present time is our other oil, just so that you're clocked into them and you're listening to them, and it's not about you, but it's about them. All right. Oh, shoot. I got to pick one more winner. Diane Ackerman says, tackle the fear and get over it. Get past it and share what I believe in. Stacy Lloyd Vincent, Jennifer Ackerman, and Jennifer Glass. Diane, that's beautiful. You email me. You're a 3rd winner. Email me at oilabilitywithsarah @gmail.com, and I'll send each of you guys 3 Ignite books that are signed for your team, all right? I love you. I'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to jump right into Chapter 8 tomorrow night, which is strategy. And then later this week, say what? There's more than one way to share, and do not give up. Chapter 10 is a doozy, so you do not want to miss the rest of the Ignite training this week. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern. Bye.